Hi, fourth graders. Today, I want to give you a little bit of a review lesson on one of the most basic parts of writing, and that is a sentence. How many times have you heard a teacher say, hey, check for run-on sentences, or that's not a complete sentence? Well, today, I want to talk to you about the two parts that every sentence needs. So let's get started. First of all, we need to think, what is a sentence? A sentence is a complete thought. And that means it has both a subject and a predicate. Let's review what a subject and a predicate is. First of all, a subject is who or what the sentence is about. It's the main idea, the person that's in the sentence. The predicate is a big word that just tells us what that person or thing is or does. Let's talk about a couple examples. Let's start with a subject. Our principal, Mrs. Biken. Mrs. Biken is who our sentence is going to be about. Now, our predicate is telling us what she does or who she is. Mrs. Biken is our principal. If I just had one section of this sentence, Mrs. Biken, that would not be a complete thought. I need both the subject and the predicate to make this thought complete and therefore create a complete sentence. Here's another example. Sometimes you can have more than one subject in a sentence. In this example, I'm using myself and my sister, Danielle. Emily and Danielle are the subjects of my sentence. In this sentence, I have two subjects. Now I'm going to tell you what we do or who we are. Emily and Danielle are sisters and friends. I need both the subject and the predicate to make a complete thought, and therefore a complete sentence. Here's another example. Sometimes you don't have a specific person that you're talking about, like Mrs. Biken, myself, or my sister. Instead, you might refer to a person such as the waitress. The waitress is the subject of this sentence, and what she did is she dropped the tray of food, which would be considered a catastrophe. So we've got our subject, the waitress, and the predicate, what she does. She dropped the tray of food. Yikes. The other example I have is the dogs across the street. Now, that's a pretty large subject, but we are talking about a specific dog, not just the dog one house over or my dog. We're talking about the dogs across the street, right? So that whole piece of the sentence is my subject, the dogs across the street. You should be asking, well, what did they do? And unfortunately, these dogs barked all night long. Didn't make their neighbors too happy. So my subject is the dogs across the street. My predicate is what they did. They barked all night long. My last example is my subject that's a little bit longer as well. All of the kids in the gym. This is not just one specific kid or a general kid like the waitress, but instead I'm referring to all of the subjects, so all of the kids in the gym. What did they do? They laughed together. Here are a few examples of different kinds of sentences that all have a subject and a predicate. Remember, a sentence is a complete thought. It finishes your idea, including both a subject and a predicate. Hope you enjoyed that review.